eToro Copytrading Basics.
This is one of the most important settings a copier has on eToro. When the value of your copy drops to a certain level, it automatically closes. All the positions will be sold and the remaining balance returned to you, and will show in your available balance. It's a big deal. Many copiers know absolutely nothing about it, and it comes as a total surprise to them. Check out these comments from angry copiers whose ignorance cost them. Why was my copy sold? eToro Mon says that my stop loss has been reached. I lost a lot with this unexpected closing. The PI answers basically, well, yeah, that's what happens. And the copier goes on to say, I don't know how to adjust the stop loss for the long term. And then, it's been 3 times that my position has closed when I go on the move. So 3 times this user had their copy stop loss activated, and they still don't know what it is. And this, you clearly don't know what you're doing. I've lost so much money with your strategy that the platform activated the stop copying by default thing. I have an advice for you. Do something else for a living. Stock trading is not for you. I would say to this person, perhaps copy trading is not for you. You clearly don't know what you're doing. A lot of copiers don't want to have to keep an eye on their copies. Fair enough. But that makes understanding your settings all the more important. It may at first seem like a great idea to have a setting that stops your copy going into free fall. But it can also be something that looks like a safety mechanism, but which in fact hurts you unnecessarily. So what is the copy stop loss? Let's go over to eToro. When you go to copy someone, you will see the box appear. Note this line, close this investment if its value drops below. Click Edit. What you're weighing up is the positive of stopping yourself losing too much money versus the negative of locking in a loss, which might have recovered easily enough. Okay, so you can choose between amount or percentage. As you can see, 5%, or $10 in this example, is at one end of the scale, and 95% at the other. At 95%, you can see it says, close this investment if its value drops below 190. So a 5% drop in the value of this copy, and it will automatically be closed. 5%, that can happen quite easily. It might be one of the many momentary dips that rebound quickly. Or, on the other hand, it might be something more serious, a sign that the market has turned against this popular investor's investing style and things are about to get a lot worse. At the other end of the scale, setting it to 5% gives your PI the widest space in which to operate. This setting is basically saying, I don't want my copy stop loss to be activated. I know the markets go up and down, sometimes a lot, but I'm along for the ride and confident in the long run. I'm putting my faith in you to lead me along the path to success. I'm giving you full leeway. Note that it does have a default setting, which catches a lot of people by surprise, but you've got to check yours. In fact, not only should you check them, but you should ensure that it's set at the right level for you. Most people choose something in between the two extremes. Personally, when I was a copier, I gave my PIs the widest space in which to operate. I didn't want to cause self-inflicted pain by locking in losses due to short-term market movements. However, the decision is entirely up to you. The important thing is that you know that the copy stop loss exists. That alone will put you ahead of many copiers on the platform. Set it correctly. Understand that it's your responsibility to set it, not eToro's, and monitor it and adjust it if needs be, so you're not surprised if it gets triggered. You can always ask your PI. Sometimes they will give you some guidance based on their performance, but not always. Hi, I would like to copy you. What do you advise a stop loss? The PI answers, 10% stop loss is fine. I will never get over this. But then another user joins in to say, I like your self-confidence, but your yearly drawdown is 10.26%. Smiley face. So that is one thing you can do. Check the max yearly drawdown of your PI on the stats page below the bar graph of the risk score. This is useful information when setting your copy stop loss. If you don't want to get stopped out, your stop loss needs to be able to cope with numbers like these. So your copy stop loss settings are your responsibility, no one else's. So understand how it works and set it for each PI you copy at the level of your choosing. Those are the basics. There's a little more to it than that. A more detailed video is available for those who copy me.